This world is moving so crazy, and I don't even know what to say. The devil came for my baby. I begged the Lord to come and take it away. And as I wept at night, all the silent cries restored my faith, and I refused to let go. As I wept at night, somehow I found the light, showed me this is the route to go. Son, take my hand, it's gonna be alright. Son, just hold on, I know you're hurting inside. Take mama's hand, it's gonna be alright. Yeah, just hold on, take mama's hand. I always say that I got you, and I don't think you can understand. You've always been a bit different, and God has chosen me to handle your plan. And as I wept at night, all the silent cries restored my faith, and I refused to let go. As I wept at night, somehow I found the light, showed me this is the route to go. Son, take my hand, it's gonna be alright. Son, just hold on, I know you're hurting inside. Take mama's hand, it's gonna be alright. Yeah, just hold on, take mama's hand. Hold on, take mama's hand. Hold on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Bunky. I'm waiting for my
Bluetooth
guest.
disconnected.
I'm sorry. Waiting for my guest to try to get access. That was Miss Mandy Fitzgerald. She's an independent music artist. That's a song that she wrote. When she comes on, she will talk about that. But let me get into my thanks. I want to thank look kind of red. I want to thank all of my Tea Time with Bunky subscribers and followers. Thank you so much for joining me and supporting me. And you've all been telling a friend and telling a friend. You can find me on TikTok, Bunky Bunk on TikTok, YouTube. I'm starting to I'm not going to start I'm gonna stop going live on YouTube on the same day that my live stream goes. That was something to give other people an idea, something exciting to look forward to down the road, get my numbers up. You can find me, like I said, on YouTube, Tea Time with Bunky. And you can also find me on Facebook, as you all can see. Still working on other platforms. While we're waiting for Mandy to try to join, I just want to give a shout out to, here she goes, Miss Aileen Gunther. Big shout out because I'm excited about this. Got to tell you this real quick. Over the weekend, my sister was in the hospital, and I found out at that time that Garnet Health, Sullivan County, Monticello, was closing their CCU unit. They were going to close it. I guess they're trying to downsize, close the hospital down. I just my opinion. I don't know. This just what I'm hearing. And like basically forget all about Sullivan County. Okay. But she was able to get it paused. So to all of you nurses out there, thank you for everything that you've done and what you're doing. Special shout out to my little cousin, Nitisha Gilmer. She was there. She's the one that told me what was going on because she's a nurse and she is the bomb. So if you ever have to go to Garnet Health at Catskill, just know you got nurses up there that totally care and truly care about you. So in the meantime, let me introduce my guest.
Hey,
Ooh, wait, it's loud. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How are you? I was
I'm
getting
good.
girl, I
I'm
was getting
good. How
nervous.
are you?
I am fabulous now that I see your face.
Aw.
How are you? How are you?
I'm good. It's been a hectic day, but we're here. We're doing
You're
it.
you're all made up, looking fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
The camera, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I'm angled different.
Are you? You
So
look. You
yeah.
see, good to me. My skin tone is all jacked up. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? To
What?
me, it could be the colors. I don't know the light. I don't. What? That's neither here nor there. So,
You look good, girl. You look good.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for being on,
I
especially knowing
appreciate you for having me. Thank you.
absolutely. That song, everybody, like I said, that song is by the guest today. She wrote it and performed it, so hopefully there's no flagging going on because you are the
No,
artist. Okay, so
I own it, baby.
you own it. Go ahead. You can find Mandy on TikTok, YouTube,
um
TikTok. Is it on TikTok or it's just the?
No, it's not on TikTok. It's
It's
on YouTube. Um,
no your
it,
person. Don't you have a TikTok account?
I do, but it's like a more like for I don't know, shenanigans.
Oh
It doesn't have anything to do with music or anything like that. It's just
no.
I'm on YouTube, I'm on Instagram, Mandy Slays tutorials, all one word. I do reactions, I release music. There's some makeup videos on there that are really old.
Well, they all start off all right, and then you watch a progression,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So now I'm asking you to tell the people a little bit about you before we get into everything. Oh, wait. No, go ahead, and then I'm gonna ask this question. Go ahead.
Well, hello everyone. I am Mandy Fitzgerald. Some people still recognize the stage name Infinity Soul. I don't really go by that anymore, but some people still recognize it. Singer, songwriter, entertainer, mother, wife. I have 3 kids. Um, what else? I do a lot of things.
You do a lot.
I do a lot. I social media content. Yeah, I'm always
You're
doing the
always doing.
things.
And I met you years ago when we went to Sullivan, right?
Yes.
And I'm sorry, my memory. I don't know if it's old. I'm getting older. I don't know, but until I started seeing you on in the studio with the Rec Boys, and I reached out to you, and you reminded me. You sent me a picture. I think you sent me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Sent me a picture, and I was like, oh, I just feel
Yeah.
horrible. So for people out there that may know me and I don't remember, it's just because I was focused and in the zone. But then when you talk, I remember. Like, because once we started talking, I remembered you because I
Oh,
remember situations
yeah.
you sat behind me in class. Um, Now let me ask you, what came first? The not okay. Let's go with the music first because that's what we started.
Okay.
Um, where did that come from? Did you always want to be a singer?
Yes.
You was that little girl running around the house singing?
I was 4 years old singing. Yes.
Were you writing your own little lyrics at the time? Or
No, no. I was pretty much, just cover singing and mimicking. That's how I learned how to sing. Whitney Houston, the greatest of all time. It was just me and her for, years and years. So in my room or in the living room, wherever I could put Whitney on.
It was you and Whitney.
Yes. And her death impacted me so much. I've never cried like that over any celebrity or artist before in my life.
I believe it.
That was hard for me.
That was
But
me,
yeah.
like me and Michael. Like when Michael died, I had
Oh, yeah.
I had high school classmates reaching out to me to check on me.
Yeah.
It was critical. It was critical. Now
Definitely.
that song right there. Hold on.
Mm.
People have to go back. You can on YouTube. Go back to YouTube. I shared the page. I shared it on my page.
Okay.
And you hear she's singing, saying son. She's saying son. Now,
Yeah.
that song was, tell everybody the backstory about that song. Because that song is, I tried to play it for my sister and my cousin when she was in the hospital. They both said stop. They both like no. It was like, I can't listen to this. It was like no. Because it was
sorry.
too, yeah, it was, I was because I was excited. I'm like, she's gonna be on my show on Thursday. Listen to the song she wrote for her son. And they're listening to it, and they're like, no, it's too sad. Turn it off. So it gave that without them like knowing. So tell the backstory, tell a little bit about your son, and tell about this story, this song.
Oh, I need to take a drink.
Oh, get it?
All right. So I actually have two sons and
a daughter.
And a daughter. Yeah, and a daughter. And my youngest son, his name is Xander. He is the reason that Hold On exists. Back in 2000 he's always had special needs. He was diagnosed with autism at a very young age. And it was always difficult, being a special needs mom and stuff like that. But I always knew that something was up. Something wasn't exactly right here. And maybe that autism diagnosis, wasn't all the way, like it that wasn't just it. Moms know.
Moms know.
So in 2019, Xander, he got really, really ill. There's certain things that, certain organs in your body that are supposed to function on their own, to release toxins and things like that out of your body. Just have your whole body, hormone, chemistry, everything working. And Xander has GHD, which is a hormone deficiency. He doesn't produce certain hormones. And when you don't produce certain hormones, your body tends to say, uh-oh, we're going to start shutting things down here if, we don't get what we need. So that's exactly what happened. He ended up in Westchester Medical several times, for long periods of time. And, we almost lost him a couple of times. So we've been through a lot with Xander, man. And I'll tell you what, having a sick kid, I have PTSD just from that. Yeah. just from that
Wow.
alone. I have PTSD from other things as well, you know, from my childhood, but seeing my baby that ill, it still affects me today, you know, remembering and having certain memories. Just I get flashes and things like that, and it's just like, whoa, you know. So that's what inspired out, because I just kept telling him over and over, you know, hold
Mhm.
on, take my hand, you know, take mama's hand, take my hand, all the time in the
Oh,
hospital.
wow.
So
That's rough.
yeah.
Thank you for sharing it.
Oh.
That's rough. Wow. Being a mom, all us moms and parents out there. Yeah, that's rough. But you weren't hold on, you were telling me it wasn't like a planned soul.
No.
It wasn't.
Hold on came in 2020 when the fires went out, and we started to, and you know, we started to know exactly how to deal with Xander's body functioning and,
Okay.
you know, treatment and whatnot at home, in the middle of a pandemic. uh, but yeah, I was I was supposed to have studio time then, you know, one day, and it was for two different tracks that
Mhm.
were supposed to be on a EP. It was going to be like a 4-track EP,
Mhm.
and it was going to be called PTSD, pain triggers uh PTSD, pain triggers suffering demons. That's what I was going to name the EP.
Oh,
So
okay.
uh but that never happened.
But
Because hold on came, and it just that took off. That happened. But I was supposed to go into the studio, and the night before I was just, you know, listening to certain tracks that were sent to me, and I heard the track, and I was like, "Oh." And I instantly just it clicked, and I wrote it like nothing, like it was just boom. I wrote the first verse, the first verse, um, the pre-hook, and the hook. And then the next day when I went into the studio with Drawzilla, we did the 2 tracks, and I still had studio time left, because when I go into the studio with Draw, we get to work.
who is that for people that don't know? I don't know. I see her on in the studio with the rec boys, but who is it? I don't who is
Drawzilla is an engineer,
okay.
but he's not just an engineer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He is, I believe he's the owner of Drumline Studios.
Drumline
And
Studios.
excuse me, in Poughkeepsie? I believe he's in Poughkeepsie. Listen,
Okay.
I have mom brain, so don't quote me.
Look, I'm
It's
jacked
somewhere
up,
over there.
so it's okay.
But yeah, he's an engineer. He I cannot tell you enough great things about Drawzilla. He brings the best out in people. He pushes you to your past your limit every time. So if anyone's an artist and you need to get an engineer, that's where you need to go.
Drawzilla.
But yeah,
Drawzilla.
so you know, got in the studio with Draw and put those 2 tracks down, and then I said, you know, we still have some studio time. Can I do this real quick? But
Mhm.
it's not finished. So he was like, all right, let's begin. Let's start it. So
Mhm.
I laid it down very quickly, and I still had time left, and he was like, you can finish this now. Go ahead and write that second verse.
So
Right
wait,
on the
did you
spot.
sing
So
it?
I just wrote,
When you say lay it down.
record. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm
I'm
like,
so sorry.
what? Okay, all right, all right.
Record.
So you were oh wow, that was quick. Does it always come that quickly? Like
Um, it really depends.
Okay.
It depends on the type of tracks that I'm doing. Because what I've noticed is it takes me probably about a good hour to warm up. So yeah,
So
depending
no, go
it
ahead.
takes me a good hour to warm up. So like for the first two tracks, it took me a little while because my vocal wasn't open, it wasn't warmed, it wasn't good, it wasn't a good vocal. So that's when Draw comes in and he's like, nope, do it again, nope, do it again. And doing that is
Mm-hmm.
actually warming my vocal cords
Mm-hmm.
up.
Right.
So by the time we got to Hold On, which was a track that wasn't planned or anything like that, by the time we got there, my vocal had already been warmed up. I was
Right.
ready to go. Let's keep it moving. And
Mm-hmm.
I think I had like a half an hour left of studio time. And I wrote that second verse right there. I was like, first I said, I can't do it like this. Too much pressure. And he was like, yes, you can. And he walked right out. He walked right out. And I wrote it. I was like, I did it. I was so proud
So you
because
wrote it
I'm
and
not good under
recorded it?
pressure.
Oh,
Huh?
you wrote it and recorded it in
Yeah.
that half?
Yeah. Hmm.
Well,
Because
pressure makes diamonds. Mm-hmm.
the hard part was already done. The hook was already done. And the hook is the chorus where
Mm-hmm.
I go all the way up and then I do the thing with the notes there.
Yeah, I'm hearing it in my head again. Yep. Okay.
That was already done. So I just needed that second verse
Mm-hmm.
and then the pre-hook was punched in and then the hook was punched in and he ended it out. So it was like bam, done.
So Chris said, from those that don't
I
know,
didn't see it. I saw him
yeah,
for a second.
yeah, that
Credits.
it's one of his favorite tracks, and I remember them playing it on their show, right? I remember them playing it,
Yeah.
but I didn't like really. I don't pay attention to stuff, but then I do and I don't. But this song, there's certain songs that they have on their show that catches my attention. When
Yeah.
he was like, this was one of his favorite songs. I remember him saying, I think this is the one that he said his kids liked. I think this was the
Yeah.
one.
Mm. I'll
And
never forget it.
yeah, this it's like, he said it spoke to him as a father, but as a mom that had a child that was sick for a minute, nothing like, but sick in a hospital or whatever. Yeah, that feeling of helplessness. It's
Yeah.
like, so
You can
I
definitely relate.
I
Oh yeah.
commend you for this. This song was nice. Thank you
Thank you.
for sharing it.
I'm
Now
I'm just
how
appreciative of the love that
it
Hold
got,
On is still getting 2 years later.
because it resonates.
It's crazy.
Who
I,
can't
I
who can't
can't.
relate to it, you know? Who
Yeah.
can't, and you still have that emotion behind it, that fit because you're a mom. You
Yeah.
can see it all in your face. I'm sorry. You can see it all in
This is the first
it,
time I'm talking about it and not crying,
uh,
if I'm being honest.
really. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, it's
That
okay.
that that wasn't the purpose. That wasn't.
I'm an emotional human being. I was crying earlier. Not gonna lie. I
Oh,
was crying at the doctor's. But we'll get to that. Mm.
oh, okay. So let's hurry up and get through the music, because there's a bunch of stuff we need to. Well, we got time. We got time.
Yeah.
When do you remember when you first went in a studio? A studio, like when? How did that happen? When that got you into a studio for the first time? Remember that?
Ooh. Yes. The, f- was that the first time? Yes, it was. Uh, I was 17. Yes, I was 17, and I was down in Florida, living my best life. Um, and I forget the guy's name because what he did was basically tell me he wanted to sign he wanted me to sign an artist development contract.
He was
But
he was your manager?
no,
Okay.
this was a guy that me and my friend met in a club. Um,
Oh God.
I wasn't supposed to be in a club, 17, but you know, it happens.
Uh,
Uh, but yeah, I can't remember for the life of me what his name was, but he came up to us in the club and he wanted my friend to do a portfolio for modeling. I guess he was like this talent guy or something. Everybody's selling something to you back then, you know?
Sounds like a
Um,
predator. Sounds like a predator. I'm just saying. I'm
yeah,
just.
it I was a little, I
Mhm,
don't know. I still have the pictures of my best friend, who actually did the photo shoot.
mhm,
I went with her, everything was great. And then he found out that I could sing.
mm.
And that's where everything went. So he said, come to the studio. I said, okay, but I'm bringing my father because
Absolutely.
my father is a singer songwriter. He's
Mhm.
been in the business for so many years. I mean, he's been on the radio, he's been on TV. Um, he's done a lot. So I brought my father just in case. And I was also 17, so I really couldn't do anything without
Ab-
him.
And for protection too, because
Yeah,
this dude sounds creepy.
yeah. And when we arrived at the studio, it was in Orlando somewhere downtown. Uh, I remember walking into the studio and I had a whole bunch of young girls around me. And I'm just like, okay. So he's talking a big game. And then he's like, my name is Amanda. So he called me Amanda. Amanda, let's go into the booth and listen to this track. And then I want you to sing it for me. So I said, okay, whatever. Me being 17, I didn't mind.
Mhm.
So I go in the booth and I listen to the track and I, I, I took the headphones off and I said, sir, I can't sing this.
It was graphic.
It was pop, like Britney Spears pop.
Oh,
And, you know, no offense, because I love some Britney Spears back in
right.
the
No,
day, but I grew up in the hood.
that's not your genre. That's not
No,
your type of music.
I could not. And he was like, well, this is a deal breaker. You gotta put out pop before you can do what you want to do. And I was like,
Oh,
well, I guess we're gonna say goodbye.
yeah. Let me miss you. Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. He sound creepy to me. That's just my vibes. Do you remember what your first song was about?
Yes. My first song, I don't know if I wrote, I'm just gonna put the two out there because I don't know which one came first.
Mhm.
I wrote one about my dad, who
Mhm.
passed away on my birthday,
I'm sorry.
Kevin.
Mhm.
Um, and I wrote one about my grandmother, who passed away on Valentine's Day a few years back. And I don't know which one came first, if I'm being honest. But the one about my grandmother, I actually have on YouTube.
I
But
want to
the
hear
one
that.
about my dad, I that is unreleased. That will never be released.
That was just like a song to him.
Yes, and a song for me. I
Okay.
needed it. I needed because I struggle. I struggle a lot with grief because I have abandonment issues.
Mhm.
My dad, Kevin, he raised me. My father is somebody totally different, and we're estranged.
Okay. Okay.
So, you
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
Kevin was my dad, you know,
Right.
and it takes
Yeah.
a lot of guts to step up to the plate and
Absolutely.
be
Raise
there.
somebody else's. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
uh losing him, and especially losing him on the day of my birth, was serious. It was, it still is.
right.
I don't celebrate my
I was
birthday
gonna say it
too
makes it
much.
hard to celebrate, right?
I get crazy around this time. Yeah. See, now I'm getting choked up.
Okay. So let's change it. Let's
Yeah.
okay. So it's
But yeah, that's unreleased.
okay. So you wrote another song. I saw the video. Demons.
Ooh, where's the tea?
No. Oh. but
This is
yeah,
Coca-Cola.
I
I need some tea.
I
Oh,
I
you
got
got
to
it?
see.
Okay.
I always got my, but it's not gossip. I just want to know, like, where what you know. It's about a. Never mind. Go ahead.
All right. So when I went live with in the studio with the Rec Boys, you
Hmm.
know, we talked about demons a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, but I really didn't have it together when I was on their show for the first time.
Hmm.
I was nervous and everything. I was like, oh, I was barely holding on.
Okay.
So now that I have it together and it's been some time that's passed, demons demons is a freestyle that I did in the comfort of my room right here. Um, I recorded it myself. I just turned the mic on, I turned the track, and I just did it. One take.
Hmm.
There's no stopping and going. I just, whatever came out, came out. And I had told Chris, Mr. Catchwreck himself,
That's right.
I told him prior to Demons, I said, you know, I'm gonna release a track that's gonna be hot. And but you're not gonna be able to understand a damn word I'm saying. And I meant that
Why?
because today's music, today's sound
Hmm.
is all overly done auto tune. You aren't popping if you ain't putting that auto tune, hardcore auto tune on there. So I was trying to make a point. I was trying to make a point with Hold On. You know, well, I didn't need to make a point with Hold On.
Right.
Hold
Right.
On was my vocal, you know?
Right. Hmm.
That's I'm a ballad singer. That's where I shine. But I
Hmm.
wanted to make a point that even though I have this old soul and I'm a ballad singer, that I can make this trash today's music, you know, trash. So, like it is.
It's not like it used to be. You're absolutely right. It's not like it used to be.
A lot of it is trash, and I'm
I
sorry to say that.
I can make an album
Yes,
and
you could.
I can't sing a lick. So all I gotta do is go in the
Let's
studio
go.
with a
Come
button.
on, Monkey, let's go. Right,
Absolutely not.
right here.
Absolutely not. I would never play myself. That's not what I do. So, you
But
know,
basically, what I'm trying to get at is
yeah.
there's a lot of artists right now that are so talented, but they're being overshadowed by these trappers or whatever.
Frauds, these frauds out there.
Not frauds, but
If they have a concert, a real concert, and they standing up there, would you be like, you're fraud and walk away? Like that's what I mean. Like,
well, I
because you
wouldn't go
can't
to one of
really,
their concerts.
because they're frauds.
No, because I just don't. I don't support it. Like if you can't sing it live,
Yeah. You sound great in the studio with the equipment, but
yeah,
you can't bow, you know, do it like a
yeah,
Whitney Houston or like a Diana Ross and all
yeah.
the that you can't do that. So it's not Chaka Khan. You can't. It's not the
But
same.
still, like they are artists. I'm not gonna take that away from them. You know,
Right.
I love T-Pain. He started it really.
I I I,
T-Pain,
I've never heard of T-Pain. I might have heard. No, I mean, no, I heard of. I didn't say not heard of him, but because I don't listen to that. You know, he might have been on something. I don't listen to that.
T-Pain, he didn't start it. I mean, people have been using auto-tune
I know
forever.
who he is. Right? They
Yeah.
have since Rockwell. Right? Since
They've been using it forever, and I get it. It's a vibe. So I just, with demons, I also have some things like I'm not a perfect person. Like I have very dark thoughts. It's very dark up in here. And it's because of the life that I've lived. And I suffer with a lot of demons, everyone sees me out and they're like, "Oh, sweet Mandy, nice Amanda." Yeah, but I'm a dirty girl too now. So yeah, there's that.
so then to put it lightly, it's not just about the singers that use auto-tune. It's a whole
It's a
bunch
whole
of
thing.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Like everybody has demons. Everybody does. And I
Yes.
don't care who. So that's like what it's about. Like your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's not an angel. I don't care how much they try to
It
portray
was
themselves to be. People have stuff.
it was a big what's the word I'm looking for? Come on, we graduated together.
I'm trying to. I don't know what you. It was.
It's a psychological. It's the pull and the push. I'm forgetting the terminology
But okay,
for it.
the pull and the push. It's the
Yeah.
struggle. It's the
It's
struggle.
the struggle.
Between
Yeah.
good and evil in you.
Yeah.
Breaking it down.
Like I say in the song, I gotta have what ain't the same. Demons call my name. Like it's very weird. It's very weird. But I love it.
Well, long as you love it,
Demons Part 2 is coming. It's almost done.
I'm not gonna lie. I was scared to watch it at first, but then I'm like, demons. Everybody
Of
does
course.
demons. Let me. But then I watched. I was like, ooh, okay, alrighty. And they can find that. You can find that on YouTube too. You can find that
Yes.
on YouTube. I'm proud of you. You're doing your thing.
Oh, thank you, Mama.
Through a lot of tests and trials. You have a lot going on
Oh yeah. Every day.
every day. You have your own health struggles.
Mm,
Spouse, you're dealing with your spousal health issues
yes.
and your son. And then the crazy thing is, like, it just hit me. It's like you're dealing with all of that, right? You're
Mhm.
dealing with that, but then you still have to mother 2 active children.
Yes.
How does that work? Because I mean, if you think about it, like how does that work?
Well, Xavier, he's about to be 14 in September. And he's the baller, literally ball in hand at the court. He's probably at the court right now. Xavier, he pretty much is a man. Like he thinks he's the man. He's a man. He takes care of himself, And Ava, it's tricky with Ava because she's 9 years old and she's got 2 older brothers, but Xander is smaller than Ava, so it's a little tricky because there's like she needs that attention,
Right.
that
She's the only
constant, and
little girl.
she is the social butterfly. She's the one that's got all the friends. She has to talk. Like she has to. If she doesn't talk to people, she goes crazy.
Okay.
And her brothers are just like, we don't want to deal with you. Like, And she's like, can you play with me, please? It's little sister stuff.
Right.
It's normal stuff.
Little
But it
girls.
does get tricky with her because she needs that extra attention right now. this age.
Do you think it could be because you know how it seems like your energy, like all parents deal with this, they have multiples, have more than one child.
Mm-hmm.
There's always at one point in time, because it shifts. I've learned it shifts. Where there's one child that's going to need all your attention, and the other ones not as much. But then it flips over. So do you think maybe because you have a child that needs a lot of your attention, even though he probably tries not to need your attention, but you
Yeah.
he, you think that could be it? Like, mommy, I'm here, I'm here.
Um, it could.
And she's a girl. Nothing
Yeah.
against little girls, but little girls are different than little boys. I'm learning that.
Yes,
I'm
they are.
learning. So,
Very, very needy, you know, very loving though. She's
right.
she's so loving and kind and gentle. And I'm just like, oh, I love her.
Love her.
I
Yeah.
love her.
You just see it all in your face, your eyes, just like,
Yeah.
that's your little mini me.
I knew she was a girl. I always knew she was a girl. As soon as I found out I was pregnant with her, I knew. I said, oh, this is my baby girl right here.
I never knew that experience. Never. I
Hmm.
knew it with my granddaughter. Different. It's different. Um, Now we were talking, and you told me at one point, because every time I do a tea time and bunky show, somehow it always gets back to this topic somehow.
Mm.
That you were, there were times that you were struggling with your faith.
Oh, yes.
Where are you now?
I am so um what is the word I could use for it? I'm locked in to my faith. And there's no key to open me up and open up the box and take me out of the faith box. Like, you can't do that now. You just cannot do it. Because when my husband was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis a few years back,
For those that don't know what MS is, the initials MS, multiple sclerosis. What
yes,
what is that? What does that do to the body?
it is a neurological disorder, disease. Basically, we have what they call the myelin sheath, and that protects the nerves.
Mhm.
So it's like this is your nerve, and here's the coating around it.
Right.
The myelin sheath is the coating around it. So
Mhm.
that breaks down, and then your nerves are exposed, and they're going like this.
Oh.
Okay, and when that happens, things start to go haywire.
Mhm.
So there's been a couple times that my husband has, been paralyzed on his right side,
Mhm.
and he got it back because he's a warrior, and I'm super proud of him. He's going through it right now a little bit because it's treatment time coming up. So it's a little hard right now, but for the most part, he's doing well. But MS is a very debilitating disease. It is a very sad thing to watch.
Mhm.
You're pretty much powerless. So when my husband got diagnosed, I was mad at God.
Mhm.
And
Natural response, people.
I'll admit it. Oh yeah. I've never been a very faith driven type of
Mhm.
human. I always knew that there was a God. I knew that there was a higher power. I knew that this just wasn't
It.
life and that's it. I always
Right.
knew something.
Right.
But now I'm totally different. I'm just totally different. I know that my purpose is to be right here and to take care of these people,
Mhm.
my husband, my son, these people in my life that mean so much to me. They were given to me but I have a purpose to do God's work, because he can't do everything, like he can't. So
Like the little
he
soldiers.
gives us things.
Yeah.
He gives us our purpose,
Right.
and he gives us certain jobs. And I went from not wanting to hear about the Lord. Don't even talk to me. As soon as my friends would say, just give it to God, and the Lord this, and the Lord works in mysterious ways, and I would be like, shut up. Don't tell me about it. I don't want to hear it. The God I know wouldn't do this to me. It was very much that.
Right.
And then it started turning into, what is he trying to teach me here? He's trying to teach me something. There's a lesson in this. And then my son got sick. And I said, "Ooh, baby, this is a lesson. This is a big lesson. What
Ooh,
is he
baby.
teaching me? He's teaching me something. I'm not
Mhm.
going to question why. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell my son to hold on, because he's going to be all right." But now I'm at the point where, because I've got, people talk. People have, you know, asked asked me straight to my face, "Why do you stay in your marriage?
What?
Why did you get married to a sick person?" Because me and my husband, we just got married not too long ago. Like, we've
Mhm.
been together for 22 plus years, and it was rocky. Like,
Mhm.
our relationship was not perfect. It was rocky. Um so when you add sickness on top of rocky,
Mhm.
people are curious. Like, how do you keep a smile on your face? How do you marry someone who has this type of illness? Because this is no type of life.
Really?
And
They asked you that?
oh yeah, oh yeah, I've gotten
Okay.
that. And they say, "How do you stay?"
Mhm.
And I say, "How could you leave?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. I don't understand that.
How could you possibly leave? Like, you need to physically put your hands on me for me to leave, you know?
What kind of
That
person would say leave somebody when they need
Listen,
you the most? Well, you know.
there's a lot of people, especially around this area, that people like to assume things and make things up,
Right.
and rumors upon rumors, and just hate for no reason. And I've gotten a lot of that.
Mhm.
I've gotten it, all my life, pretty much. Just because I'm different. That's
Mhm.
that's why. It's because I'm different. I'm not afraid to tell you how I see it. I'm not afraid to speak my mind.
No, you're not.
And a lot of people are intimidated by my character, I guess. I've gotten that too. You're very intimidating. And I'm just like, why? Because I'm telling you how it is. This is how I see it.
Eh,
We could agree to disagree, because I'm all about that. I
right.
love when we can converse like adults and agree to disagree, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah. That's an adult conversation.
Yeah. But yeah, so um I know that when all is said and done, and it's my turn to go on to the heavens, I got a nice seat right next to him. That's how
Well,
I see it. That's what I look forward to that.
mhm.
That's how I push through, because I'm like, he would not have given me this and this and that and that and this if he didn't instill it in me to be able to handle it and to
Yeah.
do it, to see it through.
He knew you can bear it, which is, and even though you don't want to bear it, you don't want to bear it. Um, in every storm, like there's always a test in every storm. And it just depends on, like, you're in the middle of the tsunami, right? You're in the middle of the tsunami. And it's just like, okay, what's going to happen on the other side? You can either
Mhm.
fail and give up in the middle of that storm, right? Or you can continue to push through and get out of that tsunami and see the rainbow. Like, yo, that's what it was all about. And what you went
Yeah.
through, you can honestly tell somebody else and be an encouragement. Even though we don't want to go through these things, nobody wants to go through hurt and heartache and pain. Nobody wants to. That's the
Yeah,
worst. That's the worst.
it
But
is.
it,
But that's also why I became a social media influencer.
influencer,
Yeah,
what
because I know heartache and I know how to push through it. And if I could help somebody else.
right. That's a gospel song, just in case you don't know it. Help
Oh,
somebody.
really?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. You're influencing A and B. What is A and what is with your A? But what is AB Creations? What is that?
Okay, so AB Creations is my daughter's art business. She paints.
Oh, she got her own little business. Oh, okay.
So
So it's not
yes.
just
We're
okay.
raising no, girl. We're raising little entrepreneurs
No,
over here
let's
because the
do it.
last thing I want my daughter to do is grow up thinking that she has to work for someone else and make them rich when she can do it herself. Especially being she's a minority. So I refuse to have my children, just because I got all this Caucasianness going on here. They will not grow up having to make other people rich. No, they're going to be rich and they're not going to be statistics. I refuse.
I
Refuse.
love it.
Yeah.
And we didn't talk about that.
I know.
Yeah, we didn't because I'm going through this. I'm like, what is that? What is
Yeah. Yeah.
now?
We haven't been live in a while. We should do an art show. Chris is still waiting on his painting or paintings. She did what do you call it? Uh really? This brain fog today. She did a freehand for Chris. So he's got two paintings.
Two coming?
Yeah, they're in the box. I need to just go but it's so hard
You
to
know,
find the time. I
it
got so much going on.
yeah, you have so much going on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to touch on it, but you have
Oh,
your own health issues.
yes. Um, mhm. I mean,
You're like the picture of strength, girl. I just want to tell you that. You're just like you do not look like what you're
no.
going through. You do not look like what you're going through. I'm telling just
I do,
you
because if you would have
no,
seen
you
me
don't.
last year, I was less puffy. You see all this weight?
No,
You see all this
no.
puffiness on me?
You look good. You
Thank you.
you you look good.
I do have, some health issues, and what I wanted to touch on this really quick. I
Start.
know
Yes, show.
you,
Do you. Let's
you sure?
whatever.
I wanted to
Positive.
talk I wanted to talk to you about mental health.
I don't have my what's name up, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's do this.
So, we we need more people to start talking about the struggles of mental health. Um, I've
Because
always been
everybody.
vocal
Mhm.
about my struggle with anxiety.
Mhm.
I've been anxious ever since Xander, my second son, was in the womb. That's what it I don't know what happened, but that's when it came on, the onset, and it never went away. So I've had to deal with major, like, panic
Panic
disorder,
attack. Oh yeah. They're real. I know. I deal with them.
big
They're
time.
they're real.
And I actually have to take medication.
Mhm.
And I feel like I'm a slave to this medication. I really
Mhm.
do. I feel like I can't get away from it. I don't feel like it helps my anxiety at all,
Mhm.
but I have to take it. But this past year, I was diagnosed with MDD, and that's a major depressive disorder.
MDD. Wow.
MDD, major depressive disorder.
Okay.
Now, that was a very hard pill for me to swallow. um, because I'm very much into therapy.
Mhm.
Go to therapy, talk it out,
Right.
cry it out, do what you need to do.
Journal it. Right, right, right,
Sing about it, do whatever.
right.
Um, so I would always say, because they would say to me, I think you got some depression. And I'm like, of course, I'm situationally depressed. Look at my situation. You'd be depressed too.
How could you not? Right.
I said, so I'm situationally depressed. I don't need this medication. Get it away from me. Get it away from me. Go, go, go. Because they would always try and push
Give a prescription.
depression meds
Mhm.
on people. Like, don't do that. Stop it. So this past year, I finally did a genetic test for medications and disorders and things like that. Um, and it's an actual test that you can take. You give them you swab your mouth,
Uh-huh.
and it comes back and it tells you about your genetic makeup.
Okay. Oh, that's okay.
And do you know, my doctor said, yeah, you got major depressive disorder. And I said, whoo, I'm situationally depressed. I don't know about you. It's my situation. And he said, no, no, Amanda, listen, you think you're situationally depressed, but the DNA, and he took the paper, the
Mhm.
DNA, the codes, they don't lie. And I was like, what do you mean? How is this even possible? And he said, you've always had it, but your situations trigger it. So you go into these depressive states and spend a month in bed because something happened and it triggered it. You've always been depressed. And I'm like,
No.
no, no.
What is
So
this test? What is this test?
it's just go to your regular doctor.
Okay.
Um
All right.
and ask them for the genetic testing
Mhm.
for medications to see which type of medications don't work with your genetics, your genetic code.
Mhm.
And that's another thing. I was on a medication that my genes, it it wasn't working. It was like kicking it out. So things had to be, moved around.
Adjusted. Yeah.
But yeah, that was a big one for me. And that's why my album is not out. That's why I haven't really released anything. Um, that's why I have so much music in this computer right here that's done that I haven't released.
Mhm.
That's why I go in and out because behind the scenes, if you were to see me at the gas station or at the grocery store,
You would never
you would
know.
you would never know. I mean,
Right.
you would if I wasn't wearing a mask.
Right.
You'd know it's me, but you'd be like, "Girl, are
What
you
is
okay?"
going on? Yeah, like what is
You
going
know
on?
it's a problem when your teenagers' friends say, "You look tired." Duh.
Right.
That's another way of saying, "Are you okay?" Because you don't look
Right.
so well. You don't look
Right.
like yourself. So yeah, it's a totally different person when I'm on here. When the camera goes on, you get Mandy. Hey, let's have a conversation.
Right.
But as soon as I hit that leave button, you never know. I
Right.
could, take off this medication, start crying my eyes out. You never know. Go watch a movie. Who knows?
Well, please don't start crying.
No, I
Okay.
had a good time. But I'm just saying,
Okay.
there's a bunch of times that has happened,
Mhm.
On my jewelry lives when I sell jewelry.
Mhm.
Sometimes I press that end live button and I'll be crying.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But at
Just
least,
because I hold it in. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
It's a defense mechanism. I'll make you laugh. I'll make you laugh. I'll make you smile because I need that. I
Right.
need to see you having a good time or know that you're having a good time. It's a defense mechanism.
Right.
Yeah. But I wish we
Sacrifice
talked
yourself.
about mental health more.
But absolutely. Absolutely. Because people, like, they're ashamed. It's like the stigma, that stigma, but people they're becoming more comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
It's better than it was, you know,
Yeah.
which is good because it makes people more relatable,
Definitely.
so
Yeah. It humanizes you. And
absolutely.
it's super important because it's like, it's weird to be human.
Yeah.
Hey, I didn't see
Yeah.
who that was. That was very quickly. Was that
So,
Sarah?
yeah.
Hey, Sarah, girl.
Yeah.
Hey.
I just put them up real quick. I put them up real quick. And then you
Yeah.
like go back after the show and do all of because stuff still
Um,
comes up, um, and I don't address everybody because I got an hour, so, and I like to have a conversation and,
yeah. I think
I
you need to do over an hour though. You gotta do
know,
over an hour.
or you do a part 2
Well,
or
I'm
you
not
get
saying for me. I'm
oh,
saying your show in general has to be
I
over an hour. That algorithm, baby, the algorithm. It starts 45 minutes.
I'm not a singer. I don't know all of that stuff.
No,
I don't
algorithm. I'm singing.
but
See, this is why I love you. This is why we always had a good time. Okay.
I don't know what
Do you
that is.
remember studying and stuff?
Study it. No,
You
I
don't
don't.
remember none of that?
Well, no. Miss Burkhardt?
Papard.
Nope. Let me tell you. Yeah, look, we're not gonna throw me under the bus
We
today.
ain't throwing nobody under the bus. I'm just saying.
No, I'm
Listen.
talking about myself. No, because like I
Yeah.
was in such a zone, work, school, going back from school to work and studying is like a lot of it. It was so fast paced that it's like
Mm,
a blur. Because I was 45, I think, when I went back to school. So it's like I was in a
yeah.
zone. So it's like I didn't have like the fun.
Well, I
And
didn't have fun either.
no, you would go through things. I remember, like I said, once we
I
started
got
talking.
bullied. I got bullied in college. Let's talk about it.
Well, we can't. We don't. We're gonna have to do another show and talk about it.
All right, mama.
Because normally, on Thursdays,
Yeah.
I
Do
call it
your
for
thing.
Bible study. I Bible study
Oh,
app.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got to go to
That's
that.
why. That's why I'm like, I got to give the Lord my time.
Yes.
I got to
Amen.
give it. But I'm definitely going to have you back on because we're going to talk about that bullying, adult bullying, because that's what that is, which is nuts.
Yeah.
That's and that
By
can
a child. She was like 19 years old. I
fresh
wanted
out
to
of high
slap
school.
the. Um,
Them
if I
kids
just
got on my
didn't have surgery, I
nerves.
don't know.
Them
Mm,
kids got on my nerves. Let me tell you, they did. They got on. See,
yeah.
that's why I'm like, I don't remember. It's like I was there to do what I had to do, get
Yeah.
through it. And but no, I'm definitely gonna have to lock you in for another tea
Yes, I would
time.
love it. And next time I'm gonna have some tea or coffee or something.
Well, not coffee, teas, the tea, the tea.
I don't
And
know.
look,
Mhm.
I used to drink Pepsi. I can't since COVID, which is a whole nother conversation. Whole
Oh, we
nother
need to get
conversation.
into that.
Yeah, it changed me, like everything, like the coat, it whatever. Yeah, so
I
we
still
have
don't
a
taste right too.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't taste right.
it's crazy. So we
Yeah.
still have a lot to talk about. So
Yes,
we're gonna
girl.
do a part 2. So after we
Hey.
end this, you're gonna stay on real quick because we're gonna set up a date.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna lock you in. I'm gonna
Oh,
lock you in. There has to be a part 2. So everybody, you guys heard that she's coming back on. We're doing a part 2.
yay.
Because there's just so much to talk about. There's
There
still so much to
is.
talk and
Yes.
and it's just fun talking to you. You're mad
I
funny.
love talking to you.
You talk
I always did. Always. You're like sunshine.
oh, that's what somebody called you on here. Yes, they did. You probably didn't see it because I did it so quick. But when you go
See?
back
Look
and
at
you go
you.
You'll go back and
Better give me my
respond to
sunshine.
everybody. And maybe I'll do like an hour and a half next time. It's just I try to keep the
Telling you.
attention. Okay. With
Got you.
algorithms.
Algorithm.
I have,
Listen, if you need help with the social media, let me know, because your girl got you. I just
yeah, you
hit
do.
7K followers, 7,000 followers in literally 7 weeks. So let's do a show on that.
Oh, we got a lot. So we got to talk about
Facebook.
followers,
Yeah.
adult bullying,
Oh, yeah.
and
And
more
maybe then the
mental.
album will be out. Let's cross
What
our fingers.
it'll be out. It'll be out because you're on it now. You're on it
Yeah.
for the most part.
Well,
All
thank you
right.
so much.
Yeah, stay right here real quick. Don't you go nowhere. So
Okay.
I want to thank all you guys for joining tonight. Make sure you tell a friend because you know the views go up more after the fact.
Yep.
Next week I have my little cousin Sierra Hinton coming on. And like this, the conversation is real, it hits close to home. And what's crazy is like we discussed the topic, but it really didn't hit me until today, which is
Mhm.
crazy because it's it's talking about basically little black girls, how we perceive ourselves. It
Ooh.
totally messes with you as a child and into adulthood.
Mm.
And it didn't hit me until today. I was like, well, dog it, that's gonna be
That's deep.
that's deep. So that's next week, 7 o'clock.
I'm
It's
tuning
only gonna be
in.
an hour. Only gonna be an hour. So tell a friend and tell a friend. So you guys tune in. Thank
Sharing
you.
that.
Yes, thank you. You guys go to her page, YouTube, and you can hear Hold On. You can see demons. And just follow her. She's wonderful. She does a lot of live streaming, and you'll get to know what she allows you to know. Put it like that.
Hearts.
Hearts.
Love.
My granddaughter, love you. That's a jacked up heart. I don't. All right, look, I gotta go. You guys have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye.